Today I am sharing with you what makes a good logo. Check it out.
Hey y'all, I'm Autumn Evans, strategic branding and website designer. I work for service providers and female entrepreneurs who want to elevate their brand to turn heads and open wallets. I'm sharing with you my top tricks and tips for you to do the same. So let's go.
Something I get asked all the time is what makes a good logo? What makes a bad logo? So today I just really want to break down what makes a good logo. Before we get started, go ahead and like and subscribe so that you can get more videos like this. So the very first thing that makes a good logo is simplicity. I know. When you think about the logo you want, you might be thinking about a ton of elements, like a butterfly here and a gold foil here and all these different complex elements. And seriously, when you think about what are the top brands of today, you got Nike and they got that swoosh, and that's very simple. And then you got like McDonald's and it's the golden arches. I mean, that is the most simple branding, and it's memorable, it's remarkable. And you got FedEx, very simple lettering. It does have a hidden arrow in it, which I think is fantastic and super cool. And then you got Google, you got Amazon, all of these top brands. They're very simple logos, typically just a font and some colors. I mean, that is what makes a great logo. It's just very simple. The second thing that your logo needs to have is it needs to be readable. I cannot tell you how many fonts I've seen in logos that like are calligraphy, because it's huge right now, and you can't even read what it says. So please, if you choose like a font and you have to ask yourself, like, can people really read this? Probably not a good font to use. It needs to be readable. People need to be able to read it. If they're going like 70 miles per hour down the highway and they see your logo on a billboard, they need to read it. Or if they see your logo on a car that's passing them on the highway, is it easily readable? Those are the questions you have to ask. So number 3, what makes a logo good? Unique. It needs to represent you and your brand. So in the previous videos we talked about mood boards, and we really honed in on what is your tone, what is your value proposition statement. If you want more information about how to define these things, I do have a free mood board course, and you can sign up for that in the description. So once you get done with that mood board course and you know who your ideal client is, you have your value proposition statement, and you know the tone that you want to give, you use these to make your logo unique to you and your branding. So adding something simple like that FedEx thing, like in FedEx, between Fed and X, the letters actually make an arrow. You can see that here. And it's super, super cool because like they ship things, so it's going from one place to another. And Amazon, the arrow that goes under the Amazon goes from A to Z. So it's something that's really unique, simple, and cool, and it's still readable. So when you're doing your design, like for example, my logo, which you can see here, it has an E, and it has like the circle with the click, because I do web design and I'm always clicking on a computer. So you need to add something. You can have an element in there for it still to be simple, but it needs to be unique to you. You don't want a template. Please don't use a template, because your branding is everything. It is the first image that somebody sees of you in your business. So you want it to stand out and make a great first impression. And the fourth thing that makes a good logo, it needs to be scalable. So when you create your logo, if you are doing it by yourself or if you have a designer, they should be using a program like Adobe Illustrator. Don't use Canva, don't use PicMonkey, don't use Photoshop, not even Photoshop. Those are just a few programs. They do not create vector images, which is what your logo needs to be. A vector image is an image that can be blown up to any size, large or small, and it won't become pixelated or blurry or fuzzy. That's why you need a good designer. That's why you need to use a professional program. It also needs to be scalable in the sense that you need to have a black, a white, and a color version of your logo. You also need a vertical and a horizontal form of your logo. This way you can use it on anything. You can use it on apparel, you can use it on billboards, you can use it in your email signature, on your website. Anything you want to do with it, you can use it because you have it in all these different formats. And if your logo is simple, readable, unique, and scalable, you're going to have a great branding package. So if you want to have this professional branding, I do offer a design in a day service. You can check that out in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this. Go ahead and like and subscribe so that you can get more videos about these kinds of subjects. Thank you for watching.